Welcome to another video, A Walk on the Wild Side, and I am here in Blackpool. Yes, I'm in Blackpool. It's a bit of a secret location, this, folks, and there might be a good reason for that. If you keep watching this video, you might find out why I'm at a secret location, but hopefully it's not that bad. So this video is about something that I'm gonna have to stop. Something that I started a few years ago that has got a little bit annoying, and I've decided, in fact I got a message the other day, and that made me think, you know what, I'm going to stop this now because I've had enough of it. So I'll tell you about that a little bit later. And there's also something else which isn't quite connected to the thing that I'm going to stop, but I've also got a stalker, someone who's been stalking me online, on social media and in person, and it's been going on for around about 18 months, and I'll tell you about that towards the end of the video. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I'm going to stop and why I'm going to stop it after this. Right, okay, so by the way, if you're new to the channel and you're watching this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also hit the like button as well. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. This video is it's a little bit of a moan video, and I don't want you to take it the wrong way. I know I've done videos in the past where I've said, oh, this person said this and this person sent me this message, or I got this email, and it's not like that. This is actually quite a serious subject that I'm covering in this video. If any of you have been to Blackpool and you've seen me walking up and down the promenade, that's brilliant. I've met loads and loads of people since I've been doing videos, and I've been doing it for almost 5 years properly. I mean, I had this channel since 2006, and I only started doing Blackpool videos in 2020, and since then I started picking up loads and loads of subscribers. So if we go back to 2020, 2021, I had quite a few subscribers. I had about 10,000 to 20,000 subscribers, and back then I used to get messages and emails off people because I had my email address, or you could get my email address, and it was good. And I met some people as well. Some people said, oh, I want to give you such and such, can I see you here or whatever? And I'd say, yeah, that's great, yeah, we'll meet up. And people would say, would meet me, and that sort of thing, and it was okay then when I only had so many subscribers. I wasn't a big channel. I was still sort of building, you know what I mean? I was still building. But now I'm by no means a massive channel. I am not some massive YouTube channel. After 70 odd thousand subscribers, I'm just a working class lad from Blackpool who goes around filming videos. That's all I am. I am nothing special, folks. I'm not a big TV star, movie star. I don't class myself as a star. And if you do happen to see me walking up and down the promenade, which many of you have, then I've spent time with you, talking to you. I've talked to loads of people. When I did the video the other week about the Metropole, I talked to loads and loads of people, really, really nice people. I spoke to people on the North Pier, and I spoke to a few people on the promenade, and it's good, and that's great. But what I did in 2022, early 2022, when I had about 50,000 subscribers, I created a Facebook account. Now, if you want to follow me on Facebook, I'll put a link in the description. It's called A Walk on the Wild Side TV Facebook page, and you're all welcome to join me on there. Now, I also have a personal page on Facebook as well, and I do get quite a lot of people sending me friend requests on my personal Facebook account, but I don't accept any friend requests on my personal Facebook account unless it's somebody I know, somebody I've met. So I don't accept friend requests on my personal account. But you're welcome to join the page or walkonthewildside.tv. I'll put a link in the description. Now, at the same time, it was around about April 2022, I started up the Facebook. Now, Facebook comes with Messenger. Some of you will be familiar with the Messenger app. So it means you can send messages. And that was great because I wanted people to contact me. through Messenger. So Facebook obviously has the Messenger app as well. So I set that up as well, and people could send me messages. And that was great. And people would send me messages, oh, hi. And some people would send requests and all that. And it was okay at first. But the problem is that it's got a little bit too much to handle. And now that I've got a lot more people following me, a lot more attention, the Messenger service is getting a little bit too much for me to handle. There's too many messages coming in. And a lot of the messages that I am getting are not really very useful, and some of them, well, I mean, I could read you some examples now. There was a message I got just a couple of weeks ago which made me think, right, that's it now, I'm just going to stop doing this messenger service, and I'm going to make it so that people can still, I don't want to cut contact with anybody, I don't want to cut contact with anybody. I want to make sure people can contact me, but I might have to just limit it to email and stop the messenger service altogether, because I'm just getting too many messages and I haven't really got the ability to answer them all. Now, like I say, some of these big YouTubers, the ones with hundreds and hundreds of thousands of subscribers, they're bound to have teams, management teams that answer. And I'm not like that. Like I say, I'm just a normal bloke from Blackpool who happens to go around with a cat. I don't regard myself as being anything special, but I'll just read out some of these messages as examples of what I've been getting, and I get these daily. And obviously I've got other things to do. I've got a job to do. I mean, I was down in Lytham for 4 days solid just the other week there, and I couldn't do anything. I mean, it was like I was living in Lytham doing my other. I've got a couple of jobs that I do outside of this one, if you want to call this one a job. But anyway, here's a typical message. I'll put it on the screen for you now, and this goes, are you in Blackpool this week? I'd like to get a photo with you if possible. I'm on Central Pier at the moment. I watch your videos and follow you. Now, the response there is a canned response, which means I didn't actually send that. Facebook, or sort of say Messenger, sent it for me. It's just an auto response. And then they said, are you free this week so I can get a photo? This is kind of typical. I get people sending me messages saying, are you going to be on the promenade this afternoon? Are you going to be like this one, outside the Central Pier at 2 o'clock? I mean, I've got things to do. I've got a life to lead. I don't walk up and down the promenade filming videos all day long. I mean, you know what? I don't want to have a go at the people that are sending these messages. It's not their fault. I mean, the thing is, I want people to be able to contact me. I want people to contact me. I just don't want people to ask me what I'm doing what you're doing at 2 o'clock this Thursday. Will you be anywhere near the North Pier because I'm coming to Blackpool? I just can't do it, folks. Here's another one. Hi, are you out tomorrow night? Canned response. Making a video. Are you out and about? Another canned response. So the canned response is just the automatic. Here's another one. Me and my mate will be there this week. Now this one makes me feel a little bit guilty, folks, because this one here, if I read this one, he says he wants to say hello to you before he dies. Is there any chance of that? Awesome work, by the way. Canned response. I obviously didn't see the message, and that was in February. And something like that, if that's true, if that's someone's friend who's going to die, that makes me feel a little bit bad, folks. So, if you've ever met me when you come to Blackpool, I know lots of you have met me, you'll know that I've got time for anybody. I will speak to anybody, everybody and anybody. But when it comes to messaging me and sending me a message, I can't just meet random people. I don't know these people. You see me on the YouTube and you probably get to know me, you get to know what I'm about, so you kind of know me in a way. But I don't know who the person is that's sending me a message. So this is why I have to be careful. I'll just read another one. This is quite a funny one, actually. Hi, did you buy my old Mondeo? Canned response. With a Taylor Hawkins sticker on the back. I've no idea, folks. Well, no, I think that's a mistake. We're having a private event on Wednesday. Would you be available 3 to 4 p.m? You would need to ask for Chelsea. Again, I think that's probably not for me. No, I don't think that's for me. Would it be possible to meet you and the Map Master, if possible, in October? So there's me. So I'm going to talk to Lee, say, hi Lee, is there any chance that you could drop everything in October, Lee, because somebody wants to meet us? They're coming to Blackpool in October and they want to meet us. This is what I mean, it's just not possible, folks. I wouldn't know Blackpool as well as you if it wasn't for your videos, thank you. Canned response. Can I always ask why I get a text saying you'll get back to me, but you never do? Canned response. Obviously didn't see that one. I get so many messages, I just can't answer them all. I really, really can't. I would probably say that 8 out of 10 of every message I get is not really of much use to me. It's probably someone just asking to see me or something like that. Now I'm going to come to the one now that made me decide to stop doing the messenger service app, and then after that, towards the end of the video, we'll get on to the stalker. But this is the message I got here, which ended up with me deciding to stop doing messages. I'm a little bit too easy to get hold of, and this was the final straw. Steve, my brother, is in Blackpool next week. He never misses your YouTube vlogs, and he will be staying at the Claremont Hotel. He said he hopes to run into you because he never misses your vlogs. He's a massive fan. Canned response. I didn't respond to that, but a couple of days later, the person who sent the message says, don't bother, I can see you're not interested. Now, I think that is downright rude. I didn't answer the question. Now, like I said before, I get so many of these messages, and I do try to answer them, and I don't like to leave people. I don't like to miss them if I can, but I can't read every single message. So that got a canned response, and I did respond after that one. I said I've been busy out of town. This is when I was down in Lytham, and I mentioned in a post on the channel that I was busy. And I get around, yours is one of about 30, which I had at the time, which I never got round to replying to. I get inundated with messages and can't always reply. And he then sent a post saying, well, if you're still interested, my brother's a massive fan. He's hoping to bump into you on one of your vlogs. And I replied to that. I bumped into many fans, like I said at the beginning. When I'm out and about in Blackpool, I'm happy to talk to people when I meet them, but I can't arrange to meet people who I don't know. I hope your brother has a good holiday in Blackpool, and here's the response to that. Thank you, and hiss off. Yeah? And after that, he said, I got another message after that. He said, don't watch you anyway. My brother will have a good laugh. He never watches you. I only wanted to set him up for a laugh. You set yourself up as public property, receiving money and presents from people. Well, I don't think I do set myself up as public property, and when it came to receiving the gifts, that wasn't my idea. That was Chris Berger's idea, you know, the £1 burger. It wasn't my idea. I don't actually ask for anything. I mean, I ask for subscribers and stuff like that, but I don't ask for gifts. The gifts was like a you know, the Leroy, you know, the guy that went missing, Leroy. That's like a continuation of Leroy, because he was getting gifts. You know, the guy that used to go around Blackpool years and years ago, before me, before I even started, and he got gifts from the £1 burger, and it became a thing, and I kind of took over from that. And I'm not the only one. There's other people in other vloggers as well that get gifts. It's not just me. But this message that I got off this person, that's the last straw. You know, when I got that message there, I was actually broken down. I'd come back from Lytham. It was the last day of my work in Lytham, and the turbo on my van had blown up. There was oil all over the place. I was sat in a car park wondering what to do because I didn't think I was going to get back home. And I saw that message come up on my phone. I read it and I thought, oh, this is the last thing I need right now. Luckily enough, I did manage to limp home and I got the van fixed. It's all done now. But that's it, folks. I'm going to get rid of the messenger. It doesn't mean I don't want to speak to you. It doesn't mean I don't want to contact you or you to contact me. It just means that if you want to contact me, I'll put a link in the description. You're going to have to do it through my website. There's a contact form on my website and you can do it through there. But now I'm going to get on to the more serious part of this video, and it's about this stalker that I have. Right, so this is the serious part of the video, folks. Now, this is going to go back about 18 months. Now, like I say, the more subscribers that I've got, I've noticed as the years have gone and I've got more subscribers. Now, I know I'm only a small channel, 70 odd thousand subscribers, but it's a heck of a lot of people when you think about it, and it does get me quite a lot of attention. Like I say, when I'm out and about, can you hear the blackbird? Listen to the blackbird there, singing away in the background there. But it does sometimes attract unwanted attention, and I want to tell you about that. And if I go back to the back end of 2023, now I have a few places. I'm going to be very vague when I talk about this because I don't want to give too much away. So I'm going to have to be quite vague in the way that I describe it. So the back end of 2023, around about October, I was at a place in town with friends, and I noticed that there was a person who watches me on YouTube, and I know they're a big fan of the channel, and they were in this place. And I believe that they were in there because they knew I was in there. Yeah? And I noticed them and thought, oh, that looks like such and such. And then I never thought any more about it, and we left, and this carried on. And what happened is that I went to another place. I ended up going to another place that I go fairly regularly, and this person was in there. And it wasn't a coincidence, and it was not set up. I did not set up a meeting with this person or anything like that. They decided to go there because I believe that they knew that I would be in there, and I was in there with friends, and I said hello to the person. I said hello. And it was all very innocent, you know. I didn't think anything about it. I mean, I knew that they were there probably because I was there and they wanted to see me. But I said hello to them, and that was it. And then I left. I was ready to leave anyway, so I left there then. But anyway, carry on towards. We're now coming towards spring 2024, and I was in that place again. And that person was there again. Now this time what I did, remember, there was no meeting set up between us, there was nothing set up. And what I did this time, just to be nice, because I am quite nice, I bought that person a drink, and they sat with us and my friends, not just me on my own, I had my friends with me, and they had a drink, and I was only there for 20 minutes because I was leaving, and then I left. And that was it. And I didn't really think too much more about it, you know, but I did know that it was no coincidence that they were there. But anyway, then forward to the next occasion, we're probably coming to about late 2024, and I'm going to the place in town again with my other friends, because I have two sets of friends that I go out with. So, and I asked them, I said, is this person in the place? And one of my friends said, who reckon I described the person, I described what they looked like, and one of my friends got back to me and said yes. And I was in town at the time, and I was heading towards there to go in there, and I started to feel a bit uneasy, to be honest, folks, because I thought this is getting a bit much, folks, now, because this person has met me twice at the other place deliberately on their own. I didn't set it up, and now they're going to the place in town where I go. And I thought, well, what do I do? Do I just go in there? Well, where are they going to be sat? Do I just wave at them or something? I can't buy them another drink. I can't invite them to my table. I'm going there with my friends. I felt a bit awkward, folks, and I didn't know what to do. And you know what I did? I ended up not going in the pub, and I ended up going home. I just went home because I didn't want to. I got so worked up and I felt so bad. Oh, I can hear sirens. It's kicking off in Blackpool. I just felt so bad, folks, and it's not that I don't want to meet people, but when people come to Blackpool and deliberately go to the places where I go, when I'm with friends, I don't think that that's a good thing to do. It was making me feel really uneasy. And then if we go forward again, another couple of months, because this person comes to Blackpool quite regularly, probably about 6 times a year. And I was due to go into town to this place again, and this person was in there yet again, because one of my friends knew what they looked like, and they told me, and they said, yeah, they're in here again. and I just didn't even bother going out because I was at home at that point, and I asked them, and they said yeah, yeah, and I thought, you know what, I'm not going out. And you know, it's actually really it's messing with my life, folks, because this person, and not only that, since then I was getting bombarded on another social media platform by this person, sending me message after message after message, filling up the timeline with messages. And I believe that they probably thought that because I bought them a drink at the other place, they probably thought we were going to become partners and become married and live happily ever after or something like that. That's what I believe. I think they were obsessed. Well, they are obsessed. They were very obsessed. But I'm not joking, folks. This person is absolutely obsessed with me. I don't know if they're obsessed with other people. They might have other people that, I don't know if it's just me, folks, but I know for a fact that this person was coming to Blackpool several times, and I can count probably 6 occasions where they came to go to a place where I go, different places as well, one fairly local and another one in the town centre. And I have to say, by the after I'd met them, after I'd said hello, and the other time when I bought them a drink, that was it. That was it as far as I was concerned. But after that, and they still kept doing it, that was when it was getting too much, folks. And I just thought, right, you know what? I don't want to. It's not that I don't want to meet people or anything like that. As I mentioned before, I will talk to anybody. But if you're going to come to Blackpool and go to the places just to see me, that's getting a bit much, folks. It's messing with my life, you know. It really is messing with my life. So I've had to think about possibly taking legal action. Like I say, I've been stalked in real life and on social media as well by this obsessive person, and I just want them to go away. I want them to stop doing it. I don't want them to stop watching my videos. They're welcome to keep watching me. You're fine, keep watching me on YouTube, but don't come to Blackpool and go to the places where I go just because I'll be there. I mean, yeah, if it's a coincidence, fine. If you happen to be in a place where I am and it's a total coincidence, there's nothing wrong with that. But this person was doing it deliberately. I'm not joking. They were doing it deliberately. Now, I don't want to get any authorities involved or anything like that. I just want them to stop doing it. I do not want to go to the police or anything like that, because that would be, I don't know, hopefully I do not need to do that. I just want them to just stop doing what they're doing. And that's the situation, folks. And that's part of the reason why I am very apprehensive about meeting people, doing collaborations. You know, I've done collaborations with many YouTubers. I've done collaborations with the Map Master. I've done collaborations with Adventure Me. I did one with Wendell a couple of years ago. A little bit of a doom vlog, that one. I got a little bit of stick for that one. But the thing is now, and I've had people asking me to do collaborations, and I've no idea who these people are. I cannot be forced into doing a collaboration. If I want to do a collaboration, it has to be, I have to be comfortable with the person. I'd like to meet the person first, possibly, or talk about it on email about what they're going to do. But this is one of the other reasons why I've had to stop answering these messages about doing a collaboration, you see, because I'm getting a little bit jumpy, folks. And can you see what I mean? Can you see where I'm getting at? You can see where I'm getting at. I'm not joking. This has been a little bit scary, this, but hopefully this person, like I say, will now hopefully get the message, because I had to block them on the other social media. I had to block them. It got that bad. I had to block them. And I think when I blocked them, I noticed that the behaviour seemed to get a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more. Have you ever seen Baby Reindeer? I haven't seen Baby Reindeer, but when I described this story to somebody, they said, sounds like Baby Reindeer, Stephen. My goodness. I haven't seen Baby Reindeer. Maybe I should watch it. What do you think? Let me know. But that's what they said it sounded like. So there you go. That's the situation, folks. I didn't really want to do this video, but I've done it anyway, just to explain a little bit why I've had to stop the messenger service. I might not have stopped it as I do this video, but I will be bringing it to an end probably a few days after. I'm not going to stop it straight away. And also the behaviour of this person that was coming to Blackpool and going to the places where I'm going. So you can see where I'm coming from, can you see? Yeah, it's quite serious, isn't it? It's messing with my life. I've got things to do, I've got my own life to lead, and I don't want other people coming and trying to mess it up. So that's the situation, folks. Yeah, I hope you understand it. I hope you don't mind me doing this video. I've done a few videos like this before, and someone said, "Oh, come on, man up, Stephen. Don't moan about people. Don't bother about them." But this is serious. When you've got someone coming and going to the places where you go, coming from wherever they live, you know, another part of the country, coming to Blackpool and going to your places deliberately, that's when it's a little bit too much, folks. So anyway, that's it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook or walkonthewildside.tv. The links will be down in the description. If you like the video, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I'll see you again on the next one.